Hey, this is Cindy, Brett and Cindy's Tea and Living. Just kind of sitting here playing with some, going to butcher this name, but it's a Brazilian pepper, and I'm going to say it's a Bodai or a Bodine pepper.
Bodie.
It's B-O-D''E.
Anyway,
Enunciate it the way you can.
it's a hot pepper.
Dust my gloves. He told me, he goes, honey, they probably ain't pointing it, but I thought, yeah, not chancing it.
Your skin's a little more sensitive than mine.
Yeah.
I'm used to handling stuff like that.
But what I'm doing here,
But there ain't enough room for us both in this camera, and y'all see what we're actually doing. So I decided I'd run the camera and let her explain.
what I'm doing is we left these seeds, or these peppers, go to seed. Basically means we left them on the vine
Let them turn red.
and let them turn red and let them,
More or less dry out on it.
they kind of look rotten. They're all wrinkled up.
I pulled the whole vine after they turned red and kind of wilted down. Then we dried them all on the vine still. I had to go get these off the vine today.
And what we're trying to do is we're trying to save these seeds and plant some more of these. Now, Brett done some of these earlier this morning and got a start on them. We're doing them a little bit at a time. But I went ahead and love my yogurt cup. I'm not advertising for yogurt, so let me turn it around. But I put 5 seeds in this little yogurt cup because we want to make sure that they're going to grow. I mean, we've let them dry out. We've took them out of their little pod here, and we've planted them. So now we're wanting to see, will they grow? Another one we have done this with is our red cayenne. And let's see, that one is over there. Yeah. I can't get these 2 seeds mixed up, so I gotta finish this one I'm working on before I go to the other one.
The Bodai, or Bodie, or however you say it, the Brazilian pepper anyway, is about like a big marble. About like a normal size playing marble, I guess. And it starts out green, it goes kind of a light color, and it eventually gets a deep red tone to it. And it's a fairly hard pepper. It's got a lot of seeds in it. It's hot, but it's not horrible.
But what he'll do is we'll fold these up, probably leave them in this napkin for a little day or two.
You gotta let them dry a little bit.
Let them dry a little more. We kind of fold them up in the napkin because we don't want the wind to blow them away. Because all it would take is a nice hard sneeze right now.
And pepper seeds.
And pepper seeds would go everywhere. Now we have one already rolled up in this bag. And then we've done the same thing with our red pepper here, our cayennes.
That's a small red cayenne.
And we just break them open. You gotta do gentle because them suckers will pop out of there. And you just rake all the little seeds out. Like I said, I don't do hot stuff, so I wear gloves when I do this. Brett don't, but he likes hot stuff, so it doesn't affect him. We found out a few years ago, my skin's a little more sensitive than his. What was that thing we were cutting up? That squash or whatever. I got me a good skin peel on it.
Butternut squash.
Yeah. So we found out right then my skin's a little more sensitive than his, because his didn't bother him at all.
Butternut squash, if you've got fairly sensitive skin, will actually cause the skin to
peel
really quick. It's like a chemical peel they use at say a beauty shop, or a facial peel, kind of chemical mix in it, which won't hurt you, but it does kind of bother you. It kind of scares you, doesn't it?
When your hand starts drying out, it hurts at first. It bothered me a little bit because it was a little painful until I started the peel started breaking off. But
your skin will dry out in just minutes and go to peeling within a few minutes after cutting up the butternut squash.
Since then, I don't take chances with stuff. I wear gloves.
But she likes squash. You just didn't like her.
Yeah. Oh, I love to eat it. Now, after that, I didn't eat that particular one, but I will eat squash. I was afraid to see what it would do to my insides after what it did to my outside. But you just peel it all out, and I'm a little slow at this because I really don't want these seeds flying everywhere. And the skin on this is now nice and rubbery.
Yeah, they're not completely dried out because they was hanging outside, but I have brought some in and dried them in the house and got them a little drier. They're a little crunchier, easier to break apart.
But back to that saving money thing, finding ways to use things again. It takes a little space up.
That was.
But then again, my yogurt cup again. I put 5 of these cayenne peppers in this one. We're basically going to, no, I didn't. We planted these in the 50 count, didn't we?
We planted them in the propagation tray.
It was.
Planted some of them.
It was this bag that he had saved of, what would you call these?
They're the king size cayenne.
King size cayenne. That's what's in this thing.
They're not technically a real cayenne, but they are chili. They look just like a huge cayenne pepper. They shape just like a cayenne pepper, but they're 8-9 inches long and probably an inch in diameter.
These seeds he saved after eating the pepper, and they're a couple years old, so we're testing to see if they will grow. That's what's in this cup. These cayennes, we've placed a few of them in a propagation tray.
They've already came up. They came up within a few days,
so we know these are good seed. It's these other two we haven't tested yet. But that's what it is. I mean, you take your cayenne. We're just going to leave them drying on these papers for a few little while. We got a lot more to do. We got several of these little Brazilian pepper. Yeah, there we go. We'll go with the one name we can enunciate. Still on the plant out there, drying out. So we'll probably be working on these for our next day or two, separating the seeds out. And once we see that the seeds are actually going to grow, we may have to plant us a tray or two.
I thought about sharing some peppers too.
Oh,
pepper seeds with people.
He's thinking about sharing some if they're valuable. That word,
They'll germinate.
If they'll grow something. I get simple on that. But we just thought we'd share with you way to save. We save pepper seeds. Do you have a different way? We'd like to hear them. Leave them a comment. We'll keep you updated on how these are growing and whether or not we'll be able to share them. Have a great evening and happy planting.